So visiting Japan is amazing. There's a lot of wonderful things, but I want to just talk about some of the things that maybe some Hawaii people might not like so much about Japan. We're headed off to Yokohama today, so I'll talk more about that when we get there.
Oh my god, it's a train.
I hope this is the right train. We just barely made it. I realized that when I edit this later, this whole trip, even though it was an hour, it will only be about 5 seconds.
The next station is Yokohama.
Oh God. Okay, so the first thing I think Hawaii people would struggle with here is the walking. It's a lot of walking for us. I know Hawaii people, we like to drive everywhere, right? I know people that wouldn't even want to walk 10 minutes to go somewhere. They'd rather get in the car, go through the traffic, find parking, instead of actually walking. I'm not sure how many miles I walk a day, but I'm well over 10,000 steps easily per day. I'm tracking that with my watch. But in Japan, you pretty much gotta walk everywhere. In a way, it's kind of nice because you don't have to drive because you can take the train. But again, for someone who's from Hawaii, it's quite a big change in lifestyle, especially when you got all your bags and your luggage and stuff. It can be really tough. And on this trip in particular, I think me and my wife are figuring out, right, how hard it is to travel with two kids and a stroller. When me and my wife traveled here by ourselves last time, it was so easy because you could take the stairs, you could take the escalator. It's like not a problem. But when you're traveling with young kids and a stroller especially, oh my gosh, you gotta find the elevators. And the thing is here, the elevators are super limited and tight, and oftentimes they're like really far away. So it's very difficult to navigate where you have to go because you can't just go direct. You're constantly having to go in different directions. Again, not complaining because you'll probably eat a lot of food when you come here, and trust me, I pretty much walk it off every single day. I'm usually carrying our 20-pound kid, but also trying to chase my other son. It's quite the exercise for me. So Japan's not one of those places where you can just bust out the rubber slippers and just walk around all day. You're really gonna need good shoes, and even during the summertime, I'm always wearing shoes because you never know how many miles you're gonna walk on any given day. See what I'm talking about? We gotta go up those stairs, but we can't because there's no elevator on this side. So we probably gotta look all the way around. The next thing I think people would struggle with, things are like very tight here, like a lot of very small places. I mean, you'll notice this when you use the bathrooms, especially. Really cramped. And I'm not even that like big of a person, but I can imagine, you know, some Hawaii people, they're a little bit on the large side. So I can't imagine some of them trying to squeeze into the bathroom, squeeze into the stairwells, the elevators. It's just like very tight, very small. Normally in Hawaii, right, we like things really big and comfortable and spacious, even though ironically we're on a limited, we're on like a limited island. It's okay, bud. Hey, it's okay, sorry, we got lost. It's okay, we're gonna be out soon, okay? Lost in the train station. Okay. The fastest way was to carry the stroller with my son up the stairs. Never done that before. I remember one of the last times we came here to Japan, we stayed in Shinjuku area. I guess it was a short-term rental, but it was like an apartment, and it was super like narrow. It was like a hallway. So basically you just walk into like the front door, and the entire place was like one long hallway. The kitchen was like in a hallway. The washing machine was in a hallway. And I remember like we couldn't even turn. If me and my wife were walking in the hallway trying to get to the front door, we couldn't even do that because the hallway wasn't big enough for us. I actually didn't expect to be able to walk around, so I'm not really sure where I'm gonna go. There's a department store, I guess. So I'll walk this way. So all of that to say that when you come to Japan, things are pretty tight here. Just be prepared. Things gonna be tight, doorway's gonna be tight. Just gotta get used to it. Trying to get to the shoe store. It says the shoe store is that way, so. Oh, Takashimaya, there it is. There's a store. There's the train tracks. It's a local boy lost in Yokohama. I feel like I'm in a lumber yard. Is there a way out? I'm like following this guy for some reason. Is there no place? No? Oh, okay. I was walking the wrong way. Well, that's not embarrassing. I think I'm in some kind of shipping place that ships out lumber. Anyway, my bad, my bad. But the building is over there. So we gotta go back. The last thing I wanna mention that I think might be tough for Hawaii people to get used to here in Japan, and this is just my experience, by no means is this a criticism of Japan or the culture here, but just something that I happen to notice. Sometimes Japanese people don't seem to be too friendly. Their customer service is amazing and they are very friendly when you walk into the store and they greet you and they serve you. That part is absolutely amazing. But I guess because in Hawaii, you have the Aloha Spirit and people are just like so laid back. It's kind of freaking me out. Crossing the train, I can hear it. Sorry, not used to walking across train tracks. In Hawaii, people are like very much like super friendly and you don't have to worry about, you know, getting like weird looks. But I feel like sometimes in Japan, I don't know, it's kind of lonely. If you're a private person, this place is absolutely amazing because everyone keeps to themselves. I don't think they have such a thing as like talk story. And I get it, you know, when you go on the train, you gotta be quiet, you know, it's just the proper thing to do. So you're not gonna be talking story like too much on the train, but I don't know, I just feel like it's just very quiet here. And it's one of the things that I like about Japan, but at the same time, if you're not used to like everyone kind of just keeping to themselves, you get kind of lonely. I think the amount of phone use here in Japan is pretty incredible. I'm not really a phone user, like in public. I just use my phone very sparingly. I'm not one of those people that's constantly like looking down and talking or looking into their phone. But in Japan, that's like super normal. It feels like a lot of people just kind of shut themselves off and just do their own thing, looking at their phones, playing games or social media or whatever it is that they're doing. I gotta figure out how to get around this department store. Okay, where am I? I'm here. I'm here. And I'm trying to get to here. And I'm here. Okay. How do you read a map? Guess I go up the stairs? Is that right? Oh yeah, I almost went up the wrong way. I don't know, this could be a bad mistake. But it's kind of unusual though. Like people don't really look at you in the eye. Like they kind of glance real fast, but they don't really like look, and maybe that's a cultural thing, it's rude, but I don't know, it's nice when people like acknowledge you. Oh, took the wrong stairs. This is the Yokohama station. I need to get behind this building. And this takes me across the street. Gotta go back down the stairs now. My walk of shame. And my brother told me this story from Japan. He was walking and this woman fell and she dropped all of her stuff. Nobody helped her. Nobody even noticed her. I guess everyone was so busy going off to work, but kind of sad that nobody helped her. Of course, my brother, just, you know, being nice guy that he is, he went to go and help her and make sure she was okay, even though I'm sure she couldn't really understand English. And I don't want it to sound like Japanese people aren't nice. They're super nice and respectful. But it's just one of those things that I notice it's a little bit different here. I also notice this, especially now that we have kids, towards people that have young children, like with a stroller, or like kapuna, or like the elderly here. I feel like in Hawaii, like we love our keiki, right? We love our kapuna. And we treat them with respect and care and like interest. But sometimes I feel like in Japan, like they care about those things, but the general population, when you go on the train or when you're walking and stuff, sometimes they don't really, their action doesn't show that. There's spots on the train that are reserved just for like elderly or people with strollers. And there's so many times where we get on the train, people, they don't like move out of the way, even though we got, you know, a stroller and we got two kids, right? And it's kind of surprising, you know. I feel like in Hawaii, people would move out of the way and let you go, but sometimes it's kind of sad and frustrating. It's one of those things that I'm sure you don't know how it feels until you're an actual parent yourself. Again, this isn't a criticism of Japan or how bad it is. It's just some things that I noticed that I think Hawaii people might want to know about before they come here. Things that I'm still getting used to, things that are very difficult to understand. And as someone who has not grown up here, it's something that over time I will just, I guess, figure it out. Anyway, I gotta go figure out where the shoe store is, and hopefully be able to find that. So hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching and aloha.